something that we both feel just really needs to be put out there. And that is, should an agent right out of school, just got your license, maybe you have to go through the brokerage and pick a brokerage before you even know who you should work for to get your license, so you're really panicking, but you've listened to your school instructors, you've gotten to know them, you've trusted them, they seem to know what they're talking about, they've got experience, and so you're making your decisions based on what they're telling you in school. So we're going to talk about that and see, Alex's opinion, and why he did choose eXp and what he thinks about it now that he's been almost a year, hasn't it been, Alex, that you're with
Yeah.
eXp? Okay.
Yep.
So Alex, take it away. Tell us about your journey.
Well, thank you very much. Basically, full disclosure, the main reason 1 year ago that I joined eXp is my aunt, Laurie Davis, works at eXp. And that is why I joined eXp to start. That is not why I stayed, though. I'm not going to lie to anybody and tell them that, I did interview with Coldwell Banker and I did interview with HER. Those are the two local ones that I tried. I tried Coldwell Banker because I had a wonderful experience with a real estate agent out here that helped me buy my home before I decided to become an agent. And he was with Coldwell. While he is a great agent, it was not the fit for me. He's a bit older, and it felt a bit more of an old school brokerage. Nothing against them. That's just my personal opinion. And I did not click with the person that did my interview with HER, so that I won't even go into that one. But I really just clicked with a lot of the stuff that we were talking about with eXp. My interview, so to speak, was with you. We were talking about eXp and showing me everything, and I really got a sense of what you could do with the tools that they provide. How much it was going to be. It was a very definite thing. They all told me, I won't say they were vague, but it didn't feel as crystal clear. I could ask you all the questions and I got direct answers. Wasn't always that way, but that's the same way with any job interview. But I knew what I was getting with eXp and I liked it. And what it came down to was I didn't know anything about CRMs really coming into real estate, but I know, now in my tenure with real estate that CRMs are very important. KV Core is a phenomenal CRM. It's one I've considered before, and then, with eXp, I love KV Core. I'm a coach with KV Core now because I liked it so much. I took a lot of time to learn about it and I mastered it. I love it. The split was straightforward. You have the 80-20 split to start. And then once you cap, it's 100%. And the only thing you're paying is your transaction fee, which I believe is $250.
Yep, $250.
That was phenomenal. I'm not quite there at the whole, iconing, but if you icon, which is capping, your you cap and then 20 more sales after that, you get all your money from that cap, which is $16,000.
Yep, back into stock, up to 16,000, right?
Yes, you're right. There, to be in it, like we talked about, I think in another video, there are other things you have to do for the icon status, and it's really just simply, if you're going to be an icon, they want you to do like a seminar. We have a lot of trainings in in the XP world. Well, you got to give back a little bit, and that's another way to get up to that 16,000. Right. But I'm not there yet. But when I do, I will gladly get to do some coaching for people. I love to give back. So, there was just between the CRM, the $85 a month fee was, too enticing to pass up because you get all of that for, $85 a month. I really liked I'm a bigger fan of DigiSign than .loop. If I had to pick one flaw, is I do like DigiSign, but .loop has been great. And
we use DigiSign, so it's the other way around. You like .loop better?
I do apologize. Okay. Yes, I do. I do like .loop better. But I do not mind DigiSign. I have been getting better at it. I just was more familiar with .loop, and it hasn't been an issue. It's just one of those things where, like I said, if I'm gonna nip, that would be it. SkySlope has been amazing. It actually, being able to keep track of everything so organized. I was telling you about that deal I had going on right now that, has spanned many months, and being able to go back and, get the most recent things and not just dig through my computer and everything right away saves a lot of time and a lot of hassle. Um, you know, the training. Okay. Not a lot of agents take advantage of this, unfortunately. I wish more would, but there's, 50 plus hours of training every week. Am I allowed to say people's names?
Uh, well, you can. I mean, they're with eXp
Brian
Realty.
Ernst is a wonderful agent. He does trainings on there all the time, listing trainings. He is a icon agent. He is very, very smart. And I love going to his trainings. I learn a lot from these other people that, again, icon is, if you want to get your full stock back, you have to be able, or your full 16,000 up to in stock, you have to give back a little bit. And these people fully embrace that, and they do a darn good job at it. The training is immense. And I know not everybody has the same success with eXp as far as right off the bat, but a big thing is you have to, if you're going to go join these other teams, you're going to go join a team with somebody that and you think you'd work well with. Do the same research going into eXp. Pick a team to join that you're going to, do well with, that also is going to coach you well. That's the big thing. I have starting with eXp, I had a mentor, and my mentor, phenomenal guy, great mentor, but I also have you. I also have our whole team. I have more coaching, more training available to me. I keep hearing from all these people that I joined, real estate. I joined EXP and got through everything. All these same people joined other teams, and they're talking about, all they hear is this bad stuff about EXP not being good for new agents. But I don't get it, because if you're willing to, they have 50 hours every week of training, individual units of all kinds of different stuff, from REOs, probate. We have foreclosure. We have just your listing strategies, walking you through listing presentations. I mean, it's just anything you can think of. And I mean, yes, there's also YouTube, so there's another resource there. But these are people that you're going to be in a chat room with. Essentially, you go to like an auditorium on the EXP World. You can ask questions. You can't do that on a YouTube video. I mean, you can, but most of them take like 3 months to respond. So it's just everything that I wanted, came down to affordable, came down to, the ability for me to learn more, because, I didn't have the greatest experience with, real estate up until, and I wanted to thrive. So I needed to learn more. I feel most confident when I know what I'm talking about, and I wanted that. And so that's what I've been doing. That's where I'm at right now. I feel confident because I know what I'm talking about. And affordability, knowledge, and just good mentorship. I've done my 3 deals already, well in past, with my mentor, but I still talk to him. I could still go to him for guidance. I could still lean on you anytime I have a question. I certainly ask many questions, but that's who I am. That's my style. I need to know everything. But you know there wasn't one box that EXP didn't check for me. You know, uh, People say they want, that office feel. We don't have local, like actual, like brick and mortar, but I have friends, both agents, and I have friends outside of, work, that I go hang out with. I don't need, I talk to these people every day. I have accountability partners to keep me, accountable for all my goals. That's good enough for me. If that's not good enough for you, I mean, I understand, but I don't want to feel like I need to rely on people other than that. I have people that, text me or call me every morning, and we talk about, hey, what are we going to get done today? But that's all I need. I don't need to be in an office and have somebody, sitting right next to me, making sure I'm getting my work done.
Well, and the majority of time too, and because I have, worked in offices in real estate, and I've also been mobile. And when I did have an office was after I'd been mobile with for Remax for a long time.
Mhm.
And then Exit Realty gave me an office space because I was also coaching and training there. And the agents were in and out so much, nobody was ever there for me to talk to. I would
Yeah.
talk to the admin girl and I would talk to the brokers, but most agents do not hang out there. And believe it or not, the people that are agents within your company, in most scenarios with most companies, their culture is not to share with you. They're not going to
Yeah.
teach you how they did what they did and what they're doing because they truly consider you competition. So
Hmm.
they're really not going to be there for you. Your broker is the only one that has a vested interest in you because they're the ones making money from you. The other agents in the office have no vested interest in you. They're making no money from you unless you are on a team where they're getting a split off of you and you're paying a split with your broker. Then
Hmm.
they have a vested interest because they're making money from you. So think about that. That's why, it all comes down to money most of the time if people are going to be nice to you and help you. And with eXp, why is our culture different? Well, because we're agent owners, we all own the company. And if we all help each other, which is our culture, we all learn more, we sell more, our stocks go up, our revenue share goes up. So we all truly have a vested interest in each other for the success of
Exactly.
our company, right? That is completely different from any other company out there. It truly is. But I feel you're right, Alex. Like, I don't get why people are so easily sold on the idea that eXp is not for new agents. And I think that, even after I share with people that just come out of school and I share with them all our tools and systems, they'll still make the decision often to go somewhere else and try it out first because they're so nervous about what their instructors told them in school that they just feel like they have to follow their guidance. But what happens is majority of them, and this is statistics, you guys can look it up, majority of agents within the first 2 years switch 3 times their real
Hmm.
estate companies. 3 times. And they're looking for the grass to be greener, but guess what? It's not until you get to eXp. That's the grass that's greener. Everybody else is the same model.
Hmm.
So think about that.
No, and I agree. And unfortunately, I had phenomenal teachers at Hondros. It was wonderful, great experience. Passed on the first try. Thank you, Hondros. But in all honesty, they were uh, definitely a little bit more. They definitely led a little bit more towards traditional brokerages. They never named names. Some of them recommended that maybe you might want to try small, like mom and pop brokerages. A lot of them were, referring to more traditional brokerages. No one ever even, I even had people in my class bring up EXP, and they were not so they never had a bad word, but they were dismissive about it. And I don't think it's intentional. I think none of them worked with EXP ever. So, they're just hearing the same biased, stuff that everybody else is hearing. So they're just in their minds, they're trying to help their students. But now, those same students are, I know at least three of them are on their second brokerage, and pro- well, yeah, most likely all three are uh, gonna end up going to their third brokerage.
Or out of
It's
the business.
trading one thing.
Sometimes it's out the door and it's not even to the third
I hope
brokerage.
not. They're all good people. I really do
Mhm.
hope that they can, pull it together. But they basically uh, traded one thing they didn't like about one business for another thing they don't like about another business, and they're not getting more business. That's the big thing. They're not happy with where they're at even after they switched, but they're still not getting business. They're not getting training. They're not, these people are reaching out to me to give them, advice as far as, how to write up certain things in a contract. What is not a contingency clause, escalation. They're asking me. We graduated the class at the same time. You should have a mentor for that. You should have a broker for that. Why are you coming to me? But I'm helping them, and that's fine. But it's just one of those things where if you're going to other agents that you graduated with in the same class for advice and for knowledge and for education, and you're not getting that from your broker, it's time to, I'm going to be sending this video to all of them personally. It's
Yeah.
time to consider something else because this is not working. Consider EXP because EXP education, I mean, it goes hand in hand. I firmly believe that knowledge is power. And if you're not getting the knowledge to succeed, you're not going to be successful. It's just as simple as that.
When you have to take action too,
Yeah.
so, and that's one of the big disconnects, Alex, that most agents really, they tend to want to blame their real estate company. They want to
Mhm.
blame their broker. They want to blame their team lead because they're not succeeding. But 9 times out of 10, that person's not taking the action. Are they
No, yeah.
truly busting their butts to make the appointments they need to? Are they networking? Are they lead generating? Are they prospecting 2 hours a day? I mean, look how many calls you make every day. You have to really do that. And if you don't, if your personality type doesn't want to make calls, you still need to at least contact 5 people a day, whether it's through Facebook Messenger, whether it's through email, whether it's text, whether it's a phone call. You have to build your pipeline every day because this is a numbers game and you
Yeah.
have to know your numbers. And that's the one thing with our team that we do right off the bat, totally off the bat, is we put you through a system where we want you to learn your numbers.
Mhm.
Alex, wouldn't you say that was pretty shocking to you when you
Eye-opening.
realized how many
Eye-opening.
contacts you had to make?
100%. First off, um, I didn't really, even when I first, got in to eXp, I didn't even know my market's average, price. I thought it was a lot higher. But not only that, I didn't realize even at that average price how many deals I had to get done because I'm thinking hit 100,000, is everybody's number. Everybody wants to hit 100,000. And I thought it would take a lot less, but you have to learn the difference also between net and gross. You have to learn what all goes into it. How much are you going to be spending? How much are you spending now? How much would you need to spend if you want to hit those numbers based on what you're doing now? How can you calculate, a way to become more efficient? What can you cut out and what can become, a better source? Is this even working? Am I going to be able to hit 100,000 with these, ways of me spending my money and how things are going right now? You really need to, especially if you've been in business for more than a year. It takes about a year just to get an idea of what you're doing business wise. It takes more than that, really, but just to get a vague idea. Then you could start breaking down the numbers. If you've been in business for a couple of years, you owe it to yourself to do this because if you haven't, you have no idea if what you're doing could be improved upon. You could make some simple tweaks and all of a sudden you're getting a lot more money. You could start really keeping track of what you're spending and realize, wow, I'm wasting all this money on something that's gotten me to one deal in 3 years. Like, is that
Mhm.
worth it? No, no. You know, uh,
And defining
it's
a niche. And really, that was something that the first year in real estate, you were finding your niches.
mhm,
That's really because niches, the riches are in the niches. That is so
yes,
true. And not only, you have to you have to list to exist. Okay.
mhm,
Those are the two phrases you'll hear all the time because it's true. And so, finding a niche that you're going to be laser focused on and really master it, that is where you're going to make your money. So for
mhm,
you, you're looking into probate. That's an interest that you have. That's a good niche to
yes,
follow. REO, which is repossessed homes, that's a good niche to get into because the market will shift. Those types of things, relocations. These things are niches that definitely you should be paying attention to. Divorces. Look at the statistics on divorces. People are selling their homes because they have to in order to get divorced. So if you can position yourself to be the person that guides them and helps them, makes them feel that they know what they're doing, as scary as it is, as horrible as it feels, that they have your support, that's really what it comes down to. But new agents have it in their heads, like Alex said, that they're going to make 100 grand the first year.
mhm,
They have no idea working it backwards what that's going to take. They have
yeah,
no idea how many contacts they need to make, how to even manage their time. That's the biggest thing that I find is that people, it's not really about being a mobile agent or working from home. I don't care if you have an office to go into, time management is your worst enemy. It is.
mhm,
Because if you can't nail down your management of your time, you're not going to be productive. You're not going to prospect. You're going to wear yourself out on things that are not money making activities, which is the truth. So
yeah,
making sure you're doing money making activities every day, defining how much you're worth. Right now, as a new agent, you're worth $10 an hour.
yeah.
But as you start to build, you're worth 1,000 an hour.
You
Okay.
know, I agree completely. And Tom Ferry, he's a renowned coach, and their whole thing is year one's learn, year two earn, year three profit.
Yep.
Well, I'm, with eXp, basically, let's just say my first, going in my second year of real estate, because it might as well be. And uh, year one was learn. I asked every question. I didn't, year one, for everybody that's newer watching this, you should be learning and you should be finding your niches. I will fully admit I put off finding my niches because I was so worried. I had some success with real estate in year one. It was a good year for me, but I spent so much time learning because I wanted to know. I want you to be able to look me in the eyes, ask me a question, and I have the answer like that. That's who I want to be. So I spent year one learning. Year two is going to be focusing on learning everything I can about my niches. So that way, by the end of year two, I want to be one of the go-to people in that niche in my market. And then, year three through year 10, I just want to be killing it in my market. And that's who I am, and that's what I'm going to do. But, year one, coming in, you need to have the tools to be able to learn. Because if it's a year one learn, year two earn, year three profit, how are you going to get to year two and year three if you can't, do what you need to do year one to get to those?
You can't
You
afford
have to
them.
have the tools.
Bingo. And guess what, guys? Most brokerages do not give you anything but the company website, and the leads are coming to them. Then they're round robining. You might get 2 leads a month from your broker. Other than that, you better know how to generate leads. You better know how to prospect. You better have a good CRM, which is a lead generation system, and your own website. KV Core is $6,000 a year if you're not with eXp. Okay.
Yeah.
If you get a brokerage that's going to pay that and give that to you, great. But eXp provides that because we have over 41,000 agents and we're all paying for it. So out of our
Hmm.
$85, each agent can afford a very robust lead generation system. You could not
Oh yeah.
afford that on your own. And most brokerages require you to get all of your systems and tools yourself. They're not going to give it to you. And if you don't have any money to afford these things, you are not going to have them and you're not going to do them, which makes it hard to scale your business up. It really
Absolutely.
does.
And just talking about KV Core for a minute, like I said, that was one of the things I focused on learning so heavily because it was something I was so excited about when I joined eXp. And that's why I'm at where I'm at now, where I can do coaching for it because, I spent so much time learning it. I know multiple different ways to get both generate buyer and seller leads off of just KV Core, utilizing KV Core and Facebook. And I'm not just talking Facebook ads. Yes, you can run Facebook ads for buyer and seller leads. It makes it very easy to do so. But I don't want to overestimate because that's not the person I am. We'll say somewhere in the range of 5 to 700 of my leads are free leads I generated off of Facebook with using KV Core and posting. I didn't have a lot of listings to start, so I wasn't even posting my listings. All you have to do is ask permission. Hey, would you like, would you allow me to post this to, try to help find a buyer? And I generated somewhere between 5 to 700 leads just doing that. There's so many ways to make money, to generate leads for very little to no money with KV Core. That how is that not good for a new agent? Couldn't you use? Now, I'm not going to say that everybody. I've been doing that for a year, but 5 to 700 leads in a year for free. Couldn't you, use that? Wouldn't that be helpful to a new agent?
Yep.
I just
And the
don't get it
truth of it
sometimes.
is only 10% of those people are able to buy or ready to buy. So you
Hmm.
have to fill them in your pipeline so that when they're ready, you're the agent they're going to call.
Hmm.
They're all leads are good as long as you work them and build those relationships. And that's
Yeah.
what you're doing with those 600 leads and the ones that you're continuing to put in there. You have a pipeline to where the CRM, the lead generation system, enables you to do live video. It lets you do text and email. It lets you actually do calls through it. It has a artificial intelligence built into it, so it also watches what the behavior is of the person that you put in there, so it helps you stay on top of it. So it's, those are the things that you have to do. I know that, it's very frustrating getting into real estate because you feel overwhelmed, you feel lost.
Mhm.
Okay. But I can promise you this. Okay. I can promise you this, that it's on you. It really is. You need to make sure that you're picking a real estate platform, which is what eXp is. It's a real estate platform that enables you to be able to afford the tools and systems that you need. Okay. And then on top of that, you get great leaders and instructors and all the coaching and training. On top of that, you get the collaboration. Last night, we had our team huddle, which we do
Mhm.
every Wednesday night. Anybody that wants to hop on, has questions, or they want to collaborate, or they want to share, we hop on every Wednesday night. And last night, um, one of the guys that was on there, he was talking about cutting horses. And most people had no idea what type of property that would be, what to look for. He was very nervous because he'd never dealt with it. So he gets into eXp's it's like Facebook, but it's called Workplace. And he goes in there to a equestrian group, because we all can create groups in there just like you do on Facebook. And these agents all have sold properties with horses. They all knew what cutting horses was and the difference between this hay and storing it. So one lady from North Carolina, and keep in mind this agent was from Oregon, this lady in North Carolina calls him up, responds to his message for help, talks to him for 45 minutes, and gives him a booklet of everything he needed to know about what type of property somebody that wanted to have cutting horses would want. So when he went and showed those buyers, which was a $1.2 million property, and he's a brand new agent, he knew what he was talking about. They were
Hmm.
super impressed with him because he was able to get the information he needed within eXp, because we all share and collaborate. So, and that was a lady in North Carolina, not even in his own state.
All the way across the country.
That's the power of being a part of a real estate platform that is built on collaboration, built
Yeah.
on systems.
I'm a part of a group in Workplace actually, because we were talking about, I'm getting into probate. Well,
Mhm.
Workplace is where I found actually 3 different groups that I'm using to expand my knowledge on probate. These are groups that aren't on Facebook. These are groups that you can't find anywhere else. These are eXp agents teaching each other. Also, another one, I actually was mentioning it to somebody else today. For eXp agents and non-eXp agents alike, utilize Workplace, utilize eXp referral network and the referral group. I've gotten quite a few leads and deals off of the referral network and eXp referral network, or referral
Right.
group and eXp referral network,
Yep.
because it's agents just sharing. The best thing to do, because it's so simple, is to share within eXp. We have a form, it makes it really easy, and it's just there's 41. How many are we up to
We have
total
now, we
agents?
just got 3,000 more in January. I think we're at
Wow.
43,000 or 44,000 this month.
So there's 43, 44,000 other agents in all over the United States, other countries
Different
even now,
countries. Yep. 10
that can, take these referrals for you. And, they go in seconds.
hmm
Seconds. These things are getting posted
Guaranteed.
up and people are, clicking on them and, responding. And
Yep.
you, as a referrer, you get 30 people you can, vet for your client. I mean, what better way to, serve somebody than be able to be like, hey, I vetted 30 different people and this is the best one for your situation. Here you go. And they take over, they do an A plus job, and you get paid.
hmm
I'm going to be referring one out here shortly. I'm very excited about for Seattle, and I'm looking forward to that. I happen to know there's quite a few people that bite on the Seattle leads all the time, so I've actually already got a head start. I know who
That is
some of them
fantastic.
are, but
Nice.
it's a phenomenal. Just I mean, these are the little things inside of EXP that you don't even know about unless you actually just kind of buy in. You have to delve into what they offer you. You know, I see these people saying, "Oh, I left EXP after 4 months." I bet you they never even bothered to join a workplace group. That's it's such a small portion of what EXP offers, yet
hmm
it's one of the most powerful things that EXP has. The people, the knowledge, the I don't know if camaraderie is quite the right word, but just the overall willingness to share knowledge with everyone.
The
You know,
excitement of being
yes.
with this company is like off the chart. And that's because all majority of the agents that we're talking about, like Grant Cardone, Ricky Crothers, Brian Ernst, Jay Kender, all of these people had already successfully made,
Hmm.
millions of dollars before they came to eXp. So think about that. They've been with Remax and Coldwell Banker, and they got all their awards and icons, which you can't cash in at the bank, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to take your award and say, I need money. So when they saw the stock program, when they saw the revenue share, when they saw that all of the agents get all of these tools and systems so they could help their people grow, they literally changed their structure and their businesses to conform to eXp because it was better. It made
Hmm.
more sense because now instead of them teaching and having to supply everything to their agents, eXp did. And now they can have a life, but they can also teach and coach as they want to. So now the liability's off their shoulders. It's on eXp. They're able to help their agents live a lifestyle that they want, just like what they've done. Okay. And that's what we absolutely love about eXp, is because it truly is. Here's what I want you to wrap around your mind. As a new agent, you might be thinking only today. You're only thinking about today. You're thinking about maybe the next 6 months, what that looks like for you. You're nervous. You're sick to your stomach over this. Maybe you quit your job. Maybe you have so much in savings and you've got to, have a closing before that money runs up. Maybe your spouse is nervous as to why you got into this business. Maybe you're starting to doubt yourself. It's getting to that point. Think about past a year. Do you want to be with a company that is helping you right out the gate get the knowledge and the training and the support you need? And then on top of that, they're helping you build your exit plan, because you're not always going to want to sell homes. Don't you want to work for a company that's thought about that, that has given you the ability to earn stocks right now based on how many, basically homes you sell? Every time that you close on a house, you have the opportunity to buy shares. The first house you close of your anniversary year, when you cap, when you icon, do you know how powerful that is? And to bring on agents that you went to school with that you liked, or you have friends that are getting into real estate and you bring them to eXp, now you're getting stocks awarded to you for their first sale of the year. Okay, then you're getting a revenue share. There is just absolutely nothing in my mind can justify somebody saying to me, I'm going to go start with this other company.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for new agents. Think about that. That is, I'm not going to say dumb, but that is just one of the craziest things if you really think about it. I'm going to go start with this other company. Why aren't you picking the company that you're going to have a career with?
Mm-hmm. A
Why are
future
you
with
starting with
retirement.
another company? It doesn't make any sense. And that's because they've put this into your head. You're scared, you're nervous, you don't think you're going to get the one-on-one support. Well, let me tell you something. If you join our team, Alex and I, you work with us, you will get the support. You will get the mentoring. You will get the coaching with our team. You will get the experience. We will help you with niches. We will help you with your numbers. We don't act like we're too good or too busy for you, because we want to see you grow. We want to see you have success in your business, and we want this to be a career for you. We don't want you to leave real estate, let alone eXp,
Mm-hmm.
because it is that good. Okay, so joining us, you're not going to have that same experience. If we talk to you and we show you everything that we do for you and we show you all the systems and you still choose another company, I got to tell you, I kind of feel like you're not going to have a real estate career. I just do. Because to me, I just gave you a golden ticket to work with us, and you went somewhere else because you think you're going to get better results. And you really have to think about that. This is the golden ticket for you, whether you're new in real estate or you've been in real estate and you're looking for something else because you're not happy. It really is. People will say, well, eXp is not for everybody. You know what? I agree. It's not for everybody. It's not for people that aren't nice, people that don't want to share, people that don't want to mentor, people that don't want to collaborate, people that don't care about others. You're right. It is not for those people. But for other people, which I think I can say the mindset wise, most eXp agents are in the same mindset, that we
Mm-hmm.
care about each other. We cheer each other on. We love our company because it's our company. That's, to me, what you need to focus on. So, I'm coming at it from the viewpoint that I don't have a crystal ball for what your life is going to look like in real estate, but I can tell you, I got the past. I know what that's like. Right? I've done this for 18 years. I've worked with the other companies. If you can't take what experienced agents are telling you to save you time, money, and hardship that they went through, and you don't get that, you don't understand what they're telling you, and they're saving you all of that heartache and all those lessons, but you're going to go do that thing anyway. I don't know. It just makes me sad for you because you're not really understanding what you're walking away from. And yes, you could come in a year, you could come in 2 years, but that's a year to 2 years that your business could have been better because you started out at the right company.
That you got to struggle, that you have to, barely pay your bills, wonder if you're going to keep doing it, potentially quit.
Hmm.
Some people don't get the opportunity to go through 2 or 3 brokerages, like you said,
Right.
whether it's because, you got convinced that, they're not good for you because they're not good for new agents, and, you're just scared to give it a shot. Don't let your fear get in your way of choosing what's right for you. I'm not telling you that, you have to choose eXp to be the most successful person in the world. I'm telling you, if you think eXp is right for you and someone else is telling you it's not because it's not good for new agents, maybe question where they're coming from with that, because I think they are kind of designed to help new agents. They have built everything around educating people, making it as user friendly as possible. With the KV core coaching, I help a lot of people who are, obviously I'm a millennial, but I help a lot of people who are in their, 50s, 60s that are moving to KV core, that are a bit more technologically challenged, and they are still getting the grasp of KV core. That is probably the hardest technological thing we have in our entire, company, and they're grasping it just fine. What are, if they can do that, you can do it. You know what I mean? There's absolutely nothing that is that should keep you from joining EXP because it's too hard for new agents.
Right. Right. Well, and the whole thing too that I think a lot of people get confused on. And there was a video you and I just watched a little bit ago from somebody that left after a
Mm,
couple months,
mm-hmm.
and he really mixed up the whole thought process of mentor and sponsor.
Yeah.
Those are two different things. A mentor, a true mentor, okay, is somebody that is very experienced, has the sales behind them, knows what they're doing, and they're basically committed and assigned to you. With eXp, our mentorship program assigns a mentor with experience to you that is a certified mentor. Okay, that's part of what their job is that they've taken on to mentor new agents for their first 3 transactions. Okay, so they're paid when you have a mentorship program that you're assigned to. eXp will ask you right off the gate, have you sold less than 3 homes in the past year? Well, if you're new, you've sold nothing. So they're going
Mm-hmm.
to put you in the mentorship program no matter what. You're going to get assigned to somebody. Even then, okay, you don't have to accept the mentor that they assign you. You can say, I want to know a couple different mentors in this area, and I want to talk to them first. Okay.
Yes.
You
Do
have a
your due
right
diligence.
to do your due diligence with the eXp mentor. So if you had a bad experience and left eXp because you didn't like your mentor, maybe nobody told you, but you can pick which mentor you want to work with. Okay. So they can
This
give
is
you
your
more than one
business.
option. Right. You call and interview them. You find out if that person's going to call you back, if that person has time to take you on. Whatever concerns that you have about not getting the hand holding that you want and the instruction, find out by talking to these people. Get on a Zoom with them, meet them for coffee,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Okay. Pick your mentor with eXp. Okay. After you do that, you also have to understand that you don't have to have a sponsor when you join eXp. You can fill out an application that says, I don't have a sponsor, but you want a sponsor. Let me tell you why. The reason you want a sponsor is because of who they're connected to as well, because that becomes your national team. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a unique thing that most companies do not have. So I am Alex's sponsor. I'm in Montana, he's in Ohio, but we're connected to people above us in Puerto Rico, North Carolina, Texas, Oklahoma, California. All of those people are on our team. That gives us access to their experience, their help, their knowledge, right? So now, instead of just being in a single office environment, just in your own town, you've expanded across the country with your team of expertise.
Mm-hmm.
What that does for your knowledge and your learning curve and everything else, I can't even express that enough to you. how important that is to wrap that around your head. I'm mentoring a girl right now who does not have a sponsor. She did not choose anybody, and she's wishing she did, because again, she's got the broker that supports her, but that's it. She's meeting and learning to get along with other people within EXP, but and she does because she's collaborating with them, but she doesn't have that instant, I'm a part of a team, and she's not invited to other team things and team events because she's not part of a team. Okay. So in EXP, you really want to make sure you understand that. Choose a sponsor, be a part of that team. You're going to get invited to a bunch of stuff that they're going to help you do things. Our team goes to Mexico, our team goes to Puerto Rico, our team travels all over the place because we collaborate with each other, but we don't just stay in our state. Okay. So we have fun with each other, and we meet so many people on our team because of that, not being just limited to our city and state. Okay. So again, you need to sponsor because you want to be connected to a bigger team that is going to help you, right? And give you more experience. So you can go into listing appointment, say, my team has 20 plus years of experience. If I don't know something, I can get the answer quickly because of my team. Okay. That's huge. Mentorship, that's really a mentorship is just they're going to help you with your contracts as far as what to write. They're going to, double check them before the broker sees them. They're available for you fast so that you can make sure that you get that deal put together. And they're going to, basically get you started on all the systems. A mentor's job is not to help you be an icon with Facebook. Their job isn't to make you an influencer. Their job isn't to make sure that you rock and roll in your first 3 transactions. Okay, it's only your first 3 transactions that you have a mentor. Past that, once you graduate from the 3 transactions, you want to make sure you're plugged in with your sponsor, with all the people they're connected to, that you're getting plugged in. If I send out emails to my team, I send out communications to them, I have a private Facebook group to help them, I have a coaching link. If they are not getting a hold of me, if they are not getting plugged in, if they are not showing up and I'm pouring into them, that is on them, because I'm here and I'm doing everything to be accessible to you. But if you don't show up and you don't respond to me, and I only exist if you need me, well, you're not being a team player. You're not getting to know your team, and it is going to make your business suffer. It is. So that's the one thing Alex knows, and I told him that from the beginning. Show up at the huddles, show up at our Tuesday morning coachings, show up at our meetings that we have, let other people get to know you, help others, because even though he's going into his 2nd year in real estate, there's things that he knows that other agents don't know because they haven't had that scenario come up, or that whatever it is. So even if you're new, there's still things that other people haven't experienced yet. So we all help each other, which is phenomenal. So, that's why we wanted to do this video today, is because we really wanted to make sure that we address this thought process where, and I want to point out what Alex said, and he said, you got to really think about why somebody told you not to join EXP. Think about who you asked. If you're asking another company, another broker who isn't going to make money from you because you joined EXP, do you think they're going to tell you to join EXP? No.
Yeah, no.
They're not.
They're gonna tell you what they need to tell you to, have you sign then and there to join their brokerage. And for the agents that are, doing the interviews, because unfortunately, for some reason, the way things work is you have to sign with the brokerage before you get your license. Just, don't listen. There's a bunch of different agents, brokerages out there. I'm not going to tell you don't go and interview all of them. Find the one that's right for you. Don't take my word. Don't take anybody's word to not go and interview them all. Do your due diligence. Why would I sit here and preach to you to only go to EXP and then tell you that other people are steering you away from other things? That's not who I am. That's not what we're about. Do your due diligence. I do think you're going to come back to EXP. I hope you come back to EXP first and not in your third, switch. But do your due diligence, and I think you'll find that EXP is the right place for you, whether you're new, whether you're an experienced agent, or whether you've been in this a long time, making millions of dollars like Ricky Kruth, and decide
Yeah.
that, well, maybe it's time for a switch. I've watched, I'm a big circle prospecting guy, and I've watched a lot of Ricky Kruth videos, and he always talks about how much he loved Remax, but
He was their number one agent with
in
the county.
Alabama.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm pretty sure, pardon my ignorance, I think they're the one that do the Hall of Fame, and I'm pretty sure he was part of the Remax Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Yep.
But he still ended up choosing eXp because it makes more business sense, and that's what at the end of the day it is, business. You got to choose what's best for you. Don't let somebody who's making money off of you tell you who to choose.
Well, and on top of that, there's more questions to ask than, it being new, compensation is a big deal. I don't care
Yeah.
who you are. And we did a video, if you guys go back and watch it, we'll have it in the description below on is 100% best. And that's a whole nother video. But the whole thing that you need to keep in mind is you want to make sure that besides the commission split, that you're also getting other things to help you grow your business.
Yeah.
Okay. Commission split is a big deal. And also having a cap. Majority of real estate companies, if you ask them if they have a cap, they do not. If they do have a cap, it's high and you're not going to get that. You're not going to hit it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to get a graduated level of commission going up based on your sales. And if you fall back and don't sell as much, they'll reduce your commission.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's graduated levels of it. Whereas with eXp, everybody's treated equal. We're all at 80%. We have a $16,000 cap. And once you meet that cap, the revenue share for the person that brought you in stops. Okay. So they cap out on the earnings that they get from bringing you and introducing you to the company. Just like you introduce agents, those agents, you want them to cap. You want the payment to stop. That means you got the full money that you were supposed to get for them. Okay. So again, we're just trying to make a point here that if you're going to sit and interview other brokerages, ask these questions. What are their commission splits? What are their caps? How many leads are they going to generate? Is it just their website or do you get your own? Do you get a CRM, which is a database? It's a lead generation system. It's your website. What does it look like as far as them allowing you to brand? There's many, many mom and pop real estate companies that do not let you brand yourself. You can only promote the company and you have to get their permission to post anything on social media. So you don't have as much control over your brand or you. Okay. So just there's a lot of questions to ask. And really, you're not doing your due diligence. I mean, I'm not going to slam another real estate company at all. That's not what this is about. This is about you and, being with a company in a real estate platform that is agent owned, it's agent created and agent owned. Doesn't that make more sense than working for the, blue suits, I guess you could say, that actually run the company who don't sell any homes and you're just using their brand, you're paying to use their brand? Or would you rather work for a company that is actually created by agents and it's serving the agents the way agents want to be served? That's really the difference there. So we are just, happy to be able to share this information with you. Both of us have such a wide range of experience and time in real estate. And I think it's good to hear from both sides of it. And like Alex said, if you want to go work for another company other than the eXp, we wish you the best of luck. We hope that you do great. We hope that you get the help you need. But just a reminder again that you need to take action.
Yes.
You need to treat it like a business and you need to take it very seriously because you are an independent contractor. You do own your own business. Everything else is just to help you do it. So pick the best system, the best platform for your business to run your business. Okay. So we hope you've enjoyed what we've gone over today. I'm sure it's getting your mind racing and going. We'd love to have questions from you. So make sure you message us so we can help you with and guide you. And if you have started with somebody else, give us your experience, what you've done with those companies. And, we'd love to chat with you. So subscribe to our channel, like our Facebook page. We're Social Marketing RE Pros. Reach out to us. You can text us, call us, email us. All our information's in the actual description. So we hope you have found value from this. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button. Please contact us. We'd love to hear from you. You guys have a great day and we will see you next time.
check out our other videos with if you want to learn more about the cap, and we explain more about that. You guys have a good one.
Yeah, you guys have a great time. Talk to you soon.